I know this is the hardest thing because God help me, I struggled. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey girl, my name is Lucy. I always say to stay subscribed. You will have a good time on this channel, okay? As you've seen by the title, we're talking about forgiveness today. Let's jump right into the video. Oh my god, I can't even believe I'm talking about this, or I have the courage to talk about this, because I struggled so bad. So forgiveness is actually a touchy and tricky, also emotional topic for me to talk about, if I'm being honest. And that is because I really didn't understand the concept of forgiveness for the longest time. I really didn't understand how, you know, being a victim and holding on to being a victim for a long time could affect me as a person. So I could also be harming myself, despite the fact that I wasn't the one that initially brought that situation to light. Me not being the offender, I didn't see any reason why I needed to also play a part in how the situation went, if that makes sense. I just always believed in settling in as the victim and, like, you know, pretty much being the princess in the situation just because I am the victim. I really didn't understand how someone offending me and me reacting to that offense or that situation or that wrong that the person did to me could also affect me. So my reaction could also affect me. How I hold things or how I carry things could also affect me. I really didn't see the logic. I really didn't understand the process. I really didn't understand how that could help me, how forgiveness or forgiving that person could help me. I just always held on to the fact that you did the wrong thing, you are the bad person, you're the offender, you are the villain in the situation. Like, it's not me, it's all on you, right? To be honest, I thank God for growth. I thank God for maturity. Who I was last year isn't the same person that I am right now. In fact, who I was like a few months ago when the year started isn't the same person that I am right now. A couple years ago when forgiveness was so difficult for me, or I saw it from a whole different light, negatively, because to be quite honest with you, forgiveness means different things to different people, even up until now, and doesn't necessarily mean that my definition of forgiveness now is right or the right one. You know, yours could also be the right one. It just depends on the effect and the impact it has on your life. If it has a positive impact on your life, then you're on the right path. And if it has a negative impact, you can't just seem to shake up the feeling, then maybe you should look into it deeply, if that makes sense. I'm a different person now, and I thank God for growth. And I also thank God for my channel as well, because in as much as a lot of people come to me and tell me how my videos help them, my videos help me too. Because I'm human and I go through a lot of things, and all the things that I talk about are the same things that I go through every single day, and I'm learning from, I'm healing from. I am on this same journey. I've said that many times on my channel. I'm grateful for you guys. I am grateful for you guys, because I read your comments a lot. I might not get to all of them, but I actually do. So anyway, I digress. Let's get back to the topic we're talking about. Let's talk about the definition of forgiveness, at least what it means to me right now. What it definitely doesn't mean is completely forgetting the wrong that someone has done to you. It doesn't mean that I have to scrap what they did. What they did is what they did. It was terrible and it was bad, and you know, it hurt me, right? I'm not going to forget that. But what it does mean for me right now is taking that step, intentionally releasing myself from the bondage of anger or feeling resent towards that person, you know, completely detaching from the situation emotionally, kind of humanizing them as well, not completely killing the situation or making light what has happened, but understanding that this is life, and holding on to resentment and anger and pain and hurt wouldn't, you know, take me anywhere, wouldn't change the situation. And in all of this, forgiveness to me means letting go even when they don't deserve it. I know this is the hardest thing because God help me, I struggled. Because forgiving someone when they've actually genuinely asked for forgiveness, they are sorting out for forgiveness from you, they are working hard to correct their wrong, is easier to give than when someone is not even sorting for it. They don't even know they're wrong. They don't even deserve to be forgiven because they don't care enough. But you forgive them anyway, right? It's so difficult. But honestly, like I said, thank God for growth and maturity, because right now I forgive people even when they don't ask for it, even when I feel like they don't deserve it, even when they don't even see they're wrong. I just pray for them, pray for myself, ask God to soften my mind, to just let go of things, because it doesn't help me. It doesn't help my mental health. I'm gonna give you guys 3 reasons why it's good to forgive people. One of my main reasons and my main rules to forgiveness, or when I want to approach situations, I remind myself of this because this is one of the major things that I learned when I was understanding forgiveness and how it works and impacts my life. Do you know it takes the same amount of energy to hate someone as it does to love someone? You know what, let's play that back because sometimes it's hard to really grasp when you're hearing something for the first time. So I'm going to say it again. Did you know it takes the same amount of energy to hate someone as it does to love someone? The same energy you put in to love someone, to get to know someone, to appreciate someone is the same energy it takes to hate someone. So you know the feeling you get, the rush you get when you meet someone and you love them, you want to know them, the excitement, the energy, that's the reason why when you get hurt, you're in pain because you put in a lot of yourself to get to that point and then they just break it. Well, the same energy you put into that is the same energy you're putting into hating someone. And the funny thing is that we don't feel it. We don't know that it's the same energy that we're putting into that person because we feel like because the feeling is different, the feeling of love and hate is different. It's more enjoyable when you're loving someone, but when you hate someone, it's like, I don't really. The anger, the hurt, oh my God, the attention you give to it is the same level of energy. Which would you pick? Because hating someone makes you feel sadness, makes you feel pain, and that's not an enjoyable feeling. So I'd rather lean towards loving someone. And think about it like this. This person that wronged you already took a lot from you when they hurt you. Why are you giving them more energy by hating them? Why are you investing more energy into that situation, that person? Saying this right now is flowing in my head. It makes a lot of sense and I am so proud of myself, to be honest. But when I was starting to understand forgiveness and how it truly works, when I was like reading on it, watching videos, like, asking, preachers and stuff, like pastors, people who know the Bible and stuff, when I was asking for their opinions and they were explaining these things to me, I was just like, how does it take a lot of my energy? Like, I don't care about them, they're gone to me and that's a lot of energy doing that alone or making that decision. Like, it's a lot. If you look at it genuinely from the right angle, it is a lot of energy you're wasting and putting into that person, the attention. So take your power back. The less attention, the less energy you give into something, the less important or valuable it becomes in your life. It doesn't affect you emotionally as much as it would affect you mentally draining, emotionally draining, physically draining, psychologically a madness, right? Take your power back. Forgive. Let go. And at some point in your life, you cared for that person. So lean towards that side to let your heart or open up your heart to be soft, not necessarily towards the person but to the situation, and not necessarily for their good but for yourself. I want you to shift the narrative from you forgiving them, doing them good. No, shift the narrative to you forgiving them is doing you good. It's for you. It's not for them. It's for you to have peace. It's for you to feel at ease. It's for you to think clearly. It's for you to focus. It's for you to let go of things, baggage that do not serve you. Forgiving someone doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have that person back into your life the way they were in your life. I usually thought forgiving someone means like forgetting all of it, letting them back into my life the way they were before, giving them access to me. No, you don't have to. You can forgive someone, let things go. You don't even have to be acquainted with them. You don't have to have them in your space at any point. You don't have to relate with them at any point in your life. You've forgiven them. You've made peace with the situation. You do not forget what they did to you. In some cases, when I forgive people, they come back into my life depending on what they did to me, because there's some things that people will do to you. You can't reverse, you can't change. You just have to forgive them, pray for them, and let go of them and the situation and just move on with your life. Now, the second reason why you should forgive people, and it's very important, is because no one is perfect. I said this in the beginning of the video. I always saw myself as a victim in the situation, which rightfully I am. I'm the one that was offended, like I'm the one that was wronged, right? But I'm also the villain in someone else's story. I'm also someone that has wronged people. No one is perfect. We all wrong people, even when we don't know it. So even unintentionally, we wrong people. I know there are situations that seem unforgivable, but I always say this in life, right? If Jesus can forgive us despite the fact that we sin every single day, we always come back to him no matter what we do, no matter how big the offense is, and we expect him to forgive us. And I know someone is going to say, oh, but I'm not Jesus. Yeah, I know that, but nothing is unforgivable. And no one is asking you to forget what they did again. Forgiving someone is not forgetting what they did to you. That's where your focus should be. Like, I forgive you, I'm not going to hold on to it, right? Humanize everyone. Like, see people for who they truly are. They're humans. You are human. Same way you don't want people to expect you to always get things right and know what to do, how to do it, where to do it, when to do it, and handle every situation. It's the same way you should look at people. People experience and go through life differently, so they would react differently. People come from different backgrounds, are taught different things. The way I see life is different from the next person. Doesn't mean that my way is right, doesn't mean that their way is right. Having expectations will be one of your biggest downfall or weaknesses in life as a human being. And this is not to say that you shouldn't expect someone to do right by you. This is just to say you shouldn't lay unrealistic expectations. Actually, I would say don't lay expectations on anyone, point blank, period. People change, life changes every single day. Like, you have to forgive people for how they come off to you, because you expected them to come off a different way. This doesn't also mean that people are free to go around doing people wrong, not choosing the right things or not doing the right things. This doesn't mean that. Treat people as humans. The same way you don't want people to hold things over your head. The same way you don't want people to hold the things that you've done, the mistakes you've made, the way you've treated people in the past. The same way you don't want people to keep looking at you with the same eyes or the same lens, or keep bringing it up. It's the same way people don't want that as well. So give forgiveness. In fact, at all times, be forgiving, be graceful, be open-hearted, be open-minded, be free-spirited. Try your best to look at people as people and not the way you want them to be, the way you see them, the way you expect them to be. Now, the third reason why forgiveness is important and you should practice forgiveness every single day, like learn to forgive people for the sake of your journey to emotional maturity. Learning to forgive and forgiving is being emotionally mature, intellectually mature. Honestly, there's no way you can skip this step in the journey of emotional maturity. Being an emotionally intelligent woman or emotionally intelligent person, forgiveness comes. You can't keep getting mad at everyone. Emotional maturity is understanding that not everything requires assessment. Not everything requires you to dissect. Not everything requires you to, hold on to or give that priority in your life or attention in your life. And that goes for people that wrong you, because on a daily basis, people will offend you. You holding on to all the little offense here and there, even if they are big ones, will do nothing for you than slow you down. Imagine all the work and all the progress you've done on yourself, and then you still have this built up anger and hate. If you let your emotions control you and drive you, they will drive you for as long as you give it the power to. So if it takes 20 years for you to release that anger, you've just wasted 20 years being angry at someone for absolutely no reason. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I have told myself, and I've been practicing this every single day of my life. I wake up every morning and I choose peace. I wake up every morning and I choose happiness. I wake up every morning and I tell myself, you only have one life to live. You have to make good use of it. There are two things that I tell people to practice on the daily and hold as priority in their lives. Is gratitude and forgiveness. Gratitude and forgiveness, oh my God, will do wonders in your life. I have spoken about gratitude a lot on my channel, and I'm going to keep speaking about it because I feel like a lot more of this should be shared. People need to understand what positivity and being thankful does for them, what it can do for you, the doors it can open for you. Because you spend so much time leaning towards negativity, dwelling on things that you shouldn't be dwelling on, while you lose sight of what you should actually be doing on those times. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys took at least something from it. I hope this softened your heart a little bit towards whatever and whoever is in your life that might have wronged you. I hope I was able to at least shed a little bit of light on forgiveness and understanding forgiveness and the importance of forgiveness. If you guys want me to talk about forgiveness in any manner, like extensively, you can ask questions below and I would do my best to make another video talk about forgiveness. Yeah, that's pretty much it that I have for you guys today. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to have those links in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
Those of you that are listening in your car, at your job, you at home, I don't care where you at. Turn this up right now, because we're about to go in. Hey,